Hello Internet, we're here for episode 6 of the Shannon's Dream bike build. Now you've followed this whole process from when we first got this absolute pile of parts to the finished bike that it is now. It's been a long journey, but you're not with us for too much longer. This episode, we're going to be showing you the reveal, our test riding, and then the customer handover process. Now we've teased you long enough, I think. Let's get into it. So here it is, the reveal of our Shannon's Dream bike build, CB550. We're going to run you through a few of the mods that we've done in a bit of detail, give you a look at the finished product that you've seen happen along the way. We've got our client Scott coming down for his first look at the bike, and then we're going to take him out for a test ride. Now we run through all of our build projects on the Purpose Built Moto YouTube in excruciating detail and give you a look at the test ride on every single bike that we have come out of our shop. So if you're interested in this series and the stuff that we do outside of this, make sure you get over there and subscribe to our channel too. Let's get into the mods on our CB550. First up, on the front end, we've completely reconditioned these forks. We've added a little bit more spring load pressure by way of spacers in the top, and then while they were apart, we've done a front brake upgrade as well. So if you come in here and take a look at that, we've actually used a Suzuki SV650 front brake caliper. We've retained the standard brake rotor and then made new bracketry and fabricated the mounts onto the forks so we can run an upgraded brake. And the braking on this thing, partnered with our Akasato levers, it's a really good high quality master cylinder, is unbelievable. This thing stops really, really well, and it's just as well because the performance upgrades that we've done on the engine, this thing goes pretty quick too. Now, keeping everything super tidy and tying in with the rest of the style that we've done on this bike, we've got a really nicely polished front fender mount kit, color matched front fender, and then we've got our front headlight cluster here too. This whole section mounts up underneath your triple clamp by way of 2 M8 bolts, and if you unbolt that, this whole section comes away. So you've got your gauge cluster, headlight and indicators all mounted on a single bracket. Now the engine mods and exhaust that we did got quite a bit of coverage during the series. So as you know, we're running a Dynatec upgraded ignition and new coils. We've got resistor plug caps and also resistor spark plugs, because when you run the non-resistor type, it really messes with the electronic gauges and stuff that we use. So we use that to limit the electrical noise in our system. Got the upgraded Mikuni carburetors. The head's been ported and polished. We've got all new internals, new clutch, replaced the entire valve train with new gear, and some DNA pod filters here too. Now the exhaust, because we've been test riding this thing a little bit, running it around the shop and stuff, it started to gold up really nicely. So after we fabricate these, polish them up and finish them, we give them a really good clean with acetone and then a heat treatment straight up before anything else touches it, so you get no marks or imperfections in the stainless steel. And once that's been heat treated, it'll sort of stay that color really nicely. As long as you keep it up to it with a little bit of polish from time to time, it'll stay really nice. Now, one thing you guys didn't catch anything of was the setup of the rear set bracket. So Scott's a pretty tall guy, a lot taller than I am, so we had to make sure that we gave him enough room. So we've got offset bars that sit quite high rather than like low set clip-ons. So lifting that up, having the seat set in the right position, and then also lowering the foot pegs a bit just allows that taller rider a little bit more room, and you know, it enables him to ride for longer without becoming uncomfortable. So we've got brackets fabricated onto the frame here. We've utilised, this is an aftermarket part that actuates your standard drum brake. and we've retained the same standard spline that is sort of like a torque lever off your rear set. So all these linkages here to the rear brakes are being custom made and hand polished, all aluminium stuff, over the heavyweight sort of steel stuff that we had before. It was all rusty and gross, so that's being replaced. And then on the other side we have a pretty similar setup, but it just links from your rear set to the gear shift on the front. Now, we put a lot of effort in terms of the fabrication work and the design ideas that we've put into play on this bike, making sure that it runs like it would as if it was new. But my absolute favourite thing, and I hate to say it, is something that I didn't have anything to do with, and it's the paint job that Nathan's laid down. The colour that's so unique on this thing, going back and sort of tying into a really vintage sort of colour style, being a flat grey-green colour, and the hand filigree that Nathan laid down was incredible actually to watch happen as well. It's got to be the standout piece of this project, and that sort of colour and styling offset against all the polished and chrome parts that we've got, I don't think you can really walk past. You'd be hard to find someone that didn't like this. The one thing that we didn't get a chance to run through during the series was actually a customer request that he could put his wife on the back and take her for a ride if he needed. So this tail cowl actually clips off and the seat undoes just by way of a latch. So I'll take that off and give you a bit of a look underneath the seat. So with the seat design, we made sure that either with the tail on or off, everything looks really nice. Jamison, who's done the upholstery for us, has done a great job with this brown woven leather, and the design is just sort of kept clean and simple. And then underneath the seat here, you've got a little pull latch. We've got our seat latch and then the hidden electric. So the purpose-built Moto Black Box is an electronics control module that we make. It's sort of the brains of the operation, allows you to use your push button controls and keep your handlebars nice and clean, and tucks neatly away into a tiny little color-coded electrics tray that's hidden under the seat. So at the end of our last episode, you saw me test through the electrics and go for that very first start. Now we've got the CB550 running now, and we're starting to work out the kinks with it. So the process from here will be, we get it into Jesse, he starts to tune it out. We've got to balance the carbs, make sure everything's running right, checking the air-fuel ratio on our little Lambda tuner. We've got a few things to sort out with the ignition, and then we start our test riding, where first it'll be a lap around the car park, then it'll be a lap around Burleigh, where our workshop is, and then eventually we're going to head for the hills and really run this thing through its paces. So I've just finished running our tests, time for that first start, and we've taken it for a little bit of a ride around after we've got it idling. Now we've got to get it into Jesse, have him go through the tune completely and get this thing absolutely dialed.
Once we first start the bike on the bench, we'll set our idle, we'll hook the tuner up, set our idle mixtures, take it for a ride, check the needle and the main jet, bring it back and adjust our mixtures to suit. So once we brought the bike back from a test ride with the tuner on, we've noticed that the needle is too lean. So we've just brought that up a step and then we'll retest ride. The needle is a part of the carburetor that adjusts the fuel between idle and a third of the throttle, and bringing that up a step will make it richer on cruise. So it's good to take the CB550 out for a test ride. It goes really, really well.
So just got this thing started up. Jesse's run through like the initial tuning and stuff on it yesterday, and we were chasing like a sticky idle. So the idle was sort of staying high for quite a while before it dropped down. And a really common problem on, I think it was all the Honda 4s, but especially the 500s and 550s, is the mechanical advance springs. So I guess especially over time, they get hot and cold a lot, and that weakens the spring in them. So your mechanical advance throws out and picks up your revs before it should. So it'll do it just off of idle, which is about 1500 revs up from like 1200 or so. So what we've had to do is we got a new mechanical advance, fitted that still didn't fix the problem. So what we're gonna have to do is manually strengthen the springs, which you know, it's a little bit agricultural, but it's pretty much the only way that you're gonna fix this issue. So I'll run you through a little bit of that. So basically what we've got to do, you can get a little ultra zoom in on this part, is these little springs here are 2 weak, so they're throwing out, this whole assembly rotates on your crank. These two, I guess, cams here get thrown out too early. They should have a lot more centrifugal force on them before they come out. So we've got to take off these tiny little springs here and sort of shorten them so they put more tension on the mechanism, and they should throw out between like 2.5 and 3.5 RPM. Fuel. I'll shine a light in there. You see it like in through that little hole? Now we've fixed up these few little teething issues and got the CB550 tune dialed in, it's time to get it out and start stretching its legs a little bit on a proper test ride. Arguably the most important part about what we do is making sure that the bike not only looks good, but everything works properly. Test ride's finished, and now our client Scotty's coming in to check it out for the first time.
So rocked up today, pretty nervous. I get little snippets and I've seen little pictures along the way, but they're kind of teasers as well because I don't really get to see a lot. But today's the day where it's all together, sitting on the ground, ready to go, and I'm about to walk in and see it.
Come on in, mate.
Too easy, how are you?
Good, good.
She's even covered.
You ready?
Yeah, do it. Oh. Oh my goodness, yeah. Okay, that's sick.
Yeah,
that's
you like
really,
it?
Oh man, seriously. I know you don't send me photos to tease me too much, but far out. Holy crap. I knew it was going to be special and I knew I was going to be excited. I had no idea how special it was going to look and how excited I was going to be. It is insane. It's next level. The guys here are amazing, absolute artists. It's insane to think what it used to look like, eh?
Yeah, so, I mean, after you guys left, after your last visit, I got to admit, I did get in touch with the wife, and
Oh, did you?
yeah, well, Bell Helmets heard about the project and they saw the bike coming
shit.
together. So we got you a custom helmet and one
Holy
for her as
dooly.
well, yeah.
Stop it. Serious?
Yeah, there you go.
It's actually a really beautiful helmet.
Compliments of Bell Helmets.
Love that.
Yeah, they do a nice job on the detailing.
I literally stopped at a motorbike helmet shop on the way down today to look at a helmet for a cafe racer. Didn't buy one, thank goodness. My dream helmet was actually sitting there the whole time and Tom handed it to me. So I got to say that, the little bit of icing on the cake, that's for sure. That's just nuts.
He's a beauty. Got to look good when you ride a bike this nice.
That helmet's insane.
Yeah.
I literally couldn't find a helmet that I liked. That's, oh my gosh. That's just nuts.
All right, well, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. We walked around the bike, Tom explained the gauges to me, and then he started up. So there's start and stop here.
Yeah, so start, and that's your kill switch button. So Scott's just seen the bike for the first time. Now's the best part. We get to take him for his first ride. I can't wait. Let's get out on the road. Scotty, taking our first half an hour's ride. First impressions, what do you think?
Mate, love it. Absolutely. Like, had expectations of what it was going to be like, and it's way above, mate. I love the bike, love the ride. It's just, yeah, it's different than any bike I've ever ridden, and I've got used to it straight away. I just love it. Just want to ride it more now, and it's really, yeah, it's got me keen.
And in terms of like comfortability, being a pretty big fella on a small bike, how did you find that?
It doesn't feel small. You know, like it's got a good weight to it. I think maybe the 4-cylinder engine, it feels very solid underneath. It doesn't feel small. I don't feel too big for it, put it that way. It feels perfect.
Could we safely say that you're a convert to vintage motorcycles now, or what?
Mate, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
You're in.
I'm in forever. I won't go back to a new bike, I don't think.
So in terms of the dream bike build, has it been delivered?
Oh, mate, over and above. Absolutely killed it. Like I said, I had a level of like expectation, and it's next level. It's gone way over what I ever dreamt of, and yes, to say it's a dream build is probably understating it, to be honest. It's over and above that.
Oh, that's awesome to hear, mate. Well, you've been a great client. We appreciate your patience during the process, and I know that you understand now what it takes to make one of these things.
Oh,
so
it's insane.
yeah, thanks very much.
Mate, I love it, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap it up for us on the Shannon's Dream bike build. I want to say a massive thanks to Shannon's Insurance for having us on for this series, and Jamison from Timeless Auto Trim, Nathan from Live and Loco on helping us out with the project. This thing's been a really great process to show you all, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one.